Today's topic is to discuss how we do load balancing on Cisco ISE web services. The web service we're talking about today is the sponsor portal. URL name sponsor.clab.com. By default on port A445. On the LTM, we'll create a virtual server on port A445, also on HTTPS on port 443. I'll create port 80 for HTTP. When the user accessed the web page on port 80, it will redirect it to HTTPS and send to internal servers. So the first thing we'll examine our config on ISE for the sponsor portal. The portal we just created called CLab Sponsor Portal. The portal, in here we can define HTTPS ports, which is the full A445. It will be hosted on Ethernet 0, which is saying for AAA. The next, we will put in our FQDN for the portal, the sponsor.clab.com. The portal right now is going to run at the same time on our two ISE. So the first thing we're going to do is to configure some profiles on the LTM. On the LTM, we'll create a TCP profile. That's great. We call ISE HTTPS TCP. Uncheck all the options. Under memory, we'll have to change a proxy buffer. The high proxy buffer will use 49152, low buffer 32768. That's it. Scroll down, click finish. Now we have created a TCP profile. It's called ISE HTTP TCP. Now we have to create a persistent. The persistent will be HTTPS sticky. Persistent type source address affinity. Check custom. Enable match core service. Change the timeout to 1200 seconds. Click finish. And this time, we are to add a monitor for our web portal. It's ISE HTTPS will monitor port A445. is HTTP Health Monitor for ISE portal. The type will be HTTPS. So we're gonna send a string to the ISE server for the URL sponsor portal setup, and followed by the portal ID. We were trying to receive a string on HTTP that's 200 OK. The username is not matter here. I just use xxs, same for the password. And port will be A445. Check finished. Next step, we'll go ahead create a pool. The pool's name will be web portal pool. We'll have to use ISE HTTP on port A445. Under load balancing method, we have used least connection for node. And it will be all service for the second node. That's it. Check finished. In the view second, and the pool will become active. So we're okay. Go ahead to create our first virtual server. That's ISE HTTPS on A445 portal. They're from everywhere to our external interface on port A445. Remember to use the ISE HTTPS TCP for protocol profile. Next, we'll enable it on our external interface. For the default pool, we'll just use the web portals pool. Persistent, we use the one we just created, that's HTTPS sticky. Okay, check finished. To access the sponsor portal on port A445, because we don't know it is either HTTPS or HTTP. So that's open HTTPS. So we'll have to create another virtual server, which is for ISE HTTPS portals. The source will be everywhere. Also, the destination is on our external. The port will be 443. Similarly, the portable profile will use ISE HTTPS TCP. Will be enabled on the external interface. Similarly, the pool will be web portal pool, and we use HTTP sticky for persistence. Check finished. The sponsor portal on our test PC. type https sponsorportal.clab.com. We are able to access the sponsor portal successfully. Let's check a DNS for sponsor.clab.com. It is correct. But the problem this time is I cannot access the sponsor portal on HTTP. Let's try to use different browser. It is not accessible. So we have to make another virtual server that is able to redirect port 80 to HTTPS. Let's first make a profile. It will be HTTP profile ISE HTTP. Check everything, check finished. And this time, we'll make a policy. Create a policy. The policy name is HTTP redirect policy. Okay, then we can make a rule. The rule is gonna be redirect to HTTPS sponsor.clab.com under request name HTTP redirect. Save. Now go back and we can publish it. Okay, the policy has been published. We can go ahead to create our HTTP virtual server. This time it will be ISE HTTP portals from everywhere to the external interface on port 80. Scroll down. Choose HTTP profile. Let's enable this virtual server on the external interface. Also make a pool. Find HTTP and the resources policy. Choose redirect policy. Check finish. Now let's test the HTTP page. It has been redirected. Thank you for watching.